Thou seeketh soul power, then touch the demon and soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted, so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
There we go. Something killed Audition running in the background. Wow, my computer is running really slowly. Hmm. I'm worried that...
I am here for thee, and thee only.
Well, now that we have the mic working, that should probably help. Nobody's actually on tonight, though. So I'll go and wait for a little bit. So check and see if there's anything else you need to get. See, I don't think I actually got any boss souls last time. I did get the Tower Knight's soul. Yeah, I might as well cash that in for warding.
Thank you for offering your demon souls. I cannot express my to have my wish granted. Thank you. You are a fine magician, as promised.
New magic. Yeah, warding is the Iron Demon Soul, and that's a huge bonus to. Do I want that? That's a tough one. Because, you know, I'm not duping, and basically my restriction on duping in this run is that it has to be things I can farm, and you can't farm bosses in Demon Souls. They didn't start allowing that until Dark Souls 2. So, then again, I think the only other thing the Spider's Soul is used for is the Lava Bow, which is awesome, but I can't use it in this run anyway. So... And I think that'll be a good backup plan to have, because I can always get magic damage by casting a enchant weapon or casting an enchant weapon on my weapon. But fire is a lot trickier to do without getting a dragon path weapon. So yeah, let's bite the bullet and do that, and grab that. And then, depending on which boss we're up against, will determine.
Better than having you bother.
Will determine what our loadout is going to be. If I'm doing Man-Eaters first, I'm probably going to want warding because they do so much damage. If it's Flamelurker, I'll probably want Water Veil, Water Veil, an attack spell, and enchant weapon. Yeah, let's get him first. I don't know. I can't think of any boss souls I would want off the top of my head, but it would be good to have. So, protection for Water Veil, and then Soul Ray. Yeah, Soul Ray is still good. Actually, we probably want longevity over spike damage, so you go with the basic Soul Arrow there. Especially since a lot of the enemies are going to be things we'll need to hit a lot of times. And I'm planning on taking the shortcut, but I'll have to do at least a little bit of exploration in World 2. A little bit of exploration in 2.2 to get patches. So first things first, let's go ahead and suicide here. Okay. And I guess it also wouldn't hurt to check and see what Blige is selling. This sort of means that could be handy.
Hello
We
there.
meet again.
You look terrible.
Alright, so he's got spice at I think 50 souls cheaper. We've already got a ton of that. Kunai. Poison throwing knives. Do I want any of those? I'm not sure how useful poison is going to be. And later on I can get a spell that does it too once I'm a little further into World 5. So, let's just hold off on that for now. He's doing Cloudstone. Shards of Cloud and Dark Moonstone. And Cinder Fox on short bow. So nothing new. And I know starting in this level, he sells the holy and light arrows, which people love. But again, archery is not one of our options. So off we go. Hey, Zane. Well, what's going on is we're about to throw ourselves to our deaths to get back into soul form. Probably should have done that back in. Probably should have done that back in World 1, where it would have been easier to get to these souls, but there we go. Yeah, exactly. There are some games where archery is pretty viable, but yeah, well, actually, it's kind of funny is that Demon Souls is one of the games where if you kind of like load out for it, with the clever rat ring and the Morion blade and stuff like that, you can be pretty devastating with archery because you kill them so quickly before they can get to you. Yeah, I'd say Dark Souls 1 is probably the game where archery is the hardest. So yeah, unfortunately, that means I have to put the Cling Ring back on, which is there. Oh, I haven't deposited stuff yet. Well, that explains things.
Thank goodness I was
Yeah, I can barely remember what I did last session. We had just beaten the Tower Knight. We had beaten the Tower Knight. We had tons of spice, tons of stones. I'm not going to need 7. Archstones. Oh, I have a lot of this stuff. Okay. Fire bombs. Okay, and the souls are weightless. Oh, and shards, of course. I must have killed a bunch of Santas there in 2-1. Broadsword, winged spear, shields. What are we doing with shields? And do we have armor we're not wearing either? We do. Yeah, I don't need 2 sets of armor. Gauntlets. Wait, did I have... I must have had heavy armor for some reason. Can't think of what it might have been. Okay. And then now we should be able to switch that back to the Cling Ring. Okay, the first thing was we were clearing out the world tendency stuff. We left it over from last time with hopefully World 1 and World 2 in bright white. So we'll do this stuff. And I think the event we want is in first stage. Should be, anyway. Yeah, we'll be dealing with him soon enough. I think his armor is male exclusive, though. Unfortunately for poor Sway. Okay. And I probably get a real weapon ready too. Oh, we did get the Flamelurker. Okay, cool. Excellent. Oh, not so excellent. Okay. And yeah, the being in pure white or pure black roll tendency for this stage opens up that gate, which lets us go this way. And immediately, the first thing we're going to have to do... Oh, wait a minute, where'd my... Good, that's my catalyst, good. Let's get the Thief Ring. Yeah, we don't just put that back on. Get the Thief Ring. And... Good. We can deal with these guys without alerting the lizard. Oh, nice, a one-shot. Very cool. And that guy just doesn't know what the heck. They have a guaranteed drop of crescent grass. Yeah, we pretty much got right on top of him. Alright. Yeah. Well, large shards are always good. Okay, back to the Cling Ring. We can use some of these crescent grasses to top off. Yeah. Zane mentioned that women tend to have better armor options for casting anyway. Yeah, I didn't min-max that selection, but yeah, that is a nice benefit. They also get the lighter special armors, like the no, actually I think that's split pretty evenly. Like I think men get the sage. Yeah, men get the sage and what's the other one? Oh, the sage and what's Urbane's title? There's Sage Frake and I want to say Bishop, but no, that's not right. But anyway, yeah, the two male caster NPC options. Oh, I didn't realize you could split up their pop-in like that. That's pretty cool. Huh. I don't have the Thief Ring on. It's weird. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, they get those armors, which are exactly the same. And then I think Old King's armor and... Well, that's not doing much damage. I'm probably going to need a enchant weapon on this one. There you go. Should buy me some time. Oh. That didn't help much, did it? 20 extra damage. Oh. Okay. And get out of there. You can get a backstab on Miralda if you kind of aim it right. Gotcha. Had the reach on her for that fight. I believe in soul form she drops her. Yeah, she drops her set. Excellent. Saint Urbane, that was it. Saint, thank you. I could not remember. There are some goodies we can get down there. I'm not going to have the room for the set of armor down there as well as the set we just got. So I will come back for that. That is the Brushwood set that that Cattle was talking about in the Evil Within stream, I think. I think it was that. Might have been in the last Dark Souls 2 stream we did. But yeah, Sage Frake and Saint Urbane both have the exact same basic armor, and those are both male exclusive. There's also the Shaman set, which is also men only. Okay. I don't think we need anything else in this stage. So with World 1 done, then we're off to 2-2 to do that event, then fight Flamelurker. Which that'll be fun. Oh, and I actually might as well go ahead and level up first, too. I started to do that earlier and then got sidetracked.
Thou seekest soul, then touch the deep.
Okay, what are we getting? We have enough room for, looks like 3 levels and possibly 4 if I burn some souls. We're gonna need a little bit of this. And might as well make an even 12. That'll help out with the item burden, too. I know I'm going to eventually want the 4th spell slot, but nothing magic would be good too. I think 24, or is it 25? That's where you start getting the cutoff on the homing soul, and then Dex would be good too. Oh, I forgot that falling was a stat in this game. It says kicking in at yeah. I guess let's go pump Dex, and I would need another 4,000 souls. That's not going to happen. So we'll start raising Dex. It's quite a bit of HP we've got. Yeah, that should definitely be enough. All right, and then for Flamelurker, and this was my loadout for Flamelurker. Yeah, and I think I'm going to put on some of the bandit armor that Miralda had because it looks kind of cool. Oh, that'll put us into the fat roll if we do that. Only I'm just a little over though. Probably be enough to, yeah, switch our shoes. There we go. Put the rest of the stuff away.
I'm keeping.
Yeah, you absolutely do not want to be in a fat roll territory for the Flamelurker fight. There are a couple good ways of doing it, and without access to the large purple shield and its fire resistance, we don't have the good ones. I mean, we could always hang back and blast them with magic, but I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. And then, oh yeah, put this stuff away. Do I have enough? So, do we make the Flambear sharp, or are we using the sharp stone? It is sharp, so we're gonna need some chunks if we're gonna do anything with it. I'm wondering if anything would be better, to take down the default upgrade route. But I think the Flambear, because I wasn't happy with the damage that it was doing against Miralda. So until we can get some chunks of blade stone, I might just use something else. We've got. Yeah, rune sword could work. You would need, could use a rune sword. Could take the Uchikatana has to be two-handed. The Collision would have to be two-handed at the moment. So we got the S-Stock. We could do that. Oh, that's right. We're going to use the Epee Rapier, but that's fire. We don't want to use that for Flamelurker. That would be bad. Okay, so that's all the options we have. Yeah, I definitely don't want to use the Enchanted Falchion because that's one of the overpowered options. What do you guys think? Any preferences? Should we break out the Hanzo Steel anyway, even though I have to two-hand it, or just use the? I guess the S-Stock would work in a pinch. Yeah, yeah. In effect, I would have to two-hand that. That's a big problem. Actually, what else do I have in my inventory I'm not using?
You have a...
So I got the Gary Stiletto. Oh yeah, and I also remembered that I was breaking my rules using Gary Stiletto in my offhand because it has to be a catalyst in the left hand. So I'm going to stop doing that. I didn't use it for too much. I didn't abuse it for too much anyway. Oh, a good old mail breaker. It's true. It's true. Yeah, I think I will take the advantage of reach there and use the S-Talk over the mail breaker, and then we'll have the epee for next time. Yeah.
You have a heart.
So we'll switch to that. S-Talk. Put the Flamberge away then. Yeah, we can come back to that after I get the next to get World 4.
Alex, you're lucky that...
And upgrade. Stock we have. Oh yeah, we got plenty of stuff. All right, how many large shards do we have? We got plenty. Yeah, I'm not going to need to dupe them yet for the S-Stock. And then I will need... Oh, but I would have to for that one. So we can stop there. That's still pretty good.
Duke.
Well, see, S-Stock's got some reach on it too. That'll help. Alright. Off to the Flamelurker. I do kind of wonder what's going on tonight. I noticed not too many stream posts on SA, and it's kind of slow in here too. I guess there's just something I'm not aware of going on. Let's get Soul Arrow ready. Yeah, 2 hits. Very cool. I will eventually be going the other way. Like once I can come back with a Firestorm and raid that big pit of crystal lizards. And unlike in Dark Souls 2, you can actually R2 with the S-Stock and the thrust weapons in this game. I've been getting caught up on that all the time. This two-handing do. Still, that's better damage though, that's for sure. Can I go to a one-shot with a two-handed R2? Not quite. Okay, so not really worth the risk then. Oh, jeez. That's where I kind of wish I had Soul Ray handy. All right. They got some pretty impressive reach with those, with the pickaxes there. I like how the unarmed guys just hung back. They didn't have much to offer that fight. I think I mentioned in stage 1 that they have the chance of dropping their brass knuckles, but I like Ink's theory. It's Monday night, everybody's home crying. It's another week of work ahead of them before the next weekend. That's true. The thing is, usually I'm used to seeing Mondays being really busy on SA, and I was kind of surprised when there hadn't been any updates in a while. Hey, Lorax. No, I don't stream on Mondays very often. I have a couple times, but in this particular week, I wanted to get another Demon Souls episode out, and I didn't think I'd have time later on in the week. Is that safe? That was safe. Okay. You can fall absurd distances, and with my Dex of 17, I can fall even more absurd distances. Then I want the Thief Ring because we've got some lizards coming up. I'm always trying to think of the best way of getting those. So I want to approach slowly. See if I can hit. So finish him off with magic. Oh, the other one got away while I was... There is a parable about a, bird in the hand worth two, that you miss, and, didn't get either one of them. That sucks.
Egads!
This is a Skirver. You might have seen him on one of the loading screens. You'll want a favor from the next
My name
level.
is Skirver. I seek treasures of the unknown. I'm impressed.
Good lord, every time you fall, my stomach turns.
Were you guided by
Yeah,
a sixth
yeah,
sense
Demon
or
Souls,
a
you can fall
brash improvement?
tremendous
Either
distances,
way, you've
and
lost
they take very
skill
little
and
damage, and then like a couple
Just
pixels further and you
perplexed
instantly die.
skill to
It's
work.
the darndest
There is
thing.
a temple beyond here.
I kind of miss the really
Below the
floaty
ground.
fall mechanics in
It is
Demon
a
Souls,
work of
though.
art,
In Dark Souls
molded by
2,
the
falling
ancient
is pretty
bards
realistically
to
brutal.
Appease the bones of dragons. As a precaution, a broad
There's
sword which can
this is leading us to
crush
get in a
bone
completely
and slay
awesome
the
weapon
dragon is
that we will not be
stored
able to
in the temple.
use because we don't have the strength for
Truth
it.
told, it is
Luckily, we
the
don't have to be
laughing
able to
stock
swing
of
it or
these
use it in
sorcerers.
order to
They say
show it
it's
to
as
him. We just have to equip
blunt as
it.
a bludgeon. A dull blade meant to slay a dragon. I would search for it myself, but
I like to think that they're referring to a blunt weapon being the all-powerful one is a meta reference to Dark Souls 2.
Please, let me this
All right.
place. The bones of dragons exuding ore.
Needless to say, the ultimate dragon we're going after is our goal in a completely different way. The soul we get from him will be eventually used to get Firestorm, which was a awesome sorcery, and one I've pretty much never used because I usually just use Fireball, which is what you get if you trade it into Sage Frake. Whereas you can get, if you hold off for an NPC you get later on, and that's one of the hardest items to get, and it's just a soul. I've only gotten it a couple times. Okay, we need to, drop down here. Alright. Then I think it was, down here. Then I think this is where it splits off. You can roll over there. I think you wanted to roll over here. Yeah, then it should be safe to drop down. Yeah, there we go. There are quite a few places in here it will instantly be fatal if you plunge. I love that spell multiplier on hitting these guys. These are the ones you have to farm for chunks of Greystone, the crushing upgrade path, upgrade material. Yeah, there's a shard. And I think they have... There's one pure Greystone you get. I want to say Skirver gives it to you, actually. And, if you're going strength, that's definitely the weapon you want. Hey, Vex. Yeah, time for Demon Souls. Ben and I are going to try to go through Evil Within at a fairly good clip. We're probably doing most of our Tuesdays and Thursdays on that. So when I do have a free day, which isn't as often as it used to be, and this may be the only one this week, I figured, hey, let's do some more Spellblade. And I know that the Sway that this character is named after has been wanting to see the Dark Souls 2 Spellblade run, but I'm doing them in order, more or less. The Hands of God are a fist weapon, of course, and scale with faith. I think I mentioned them as my example of the problem with scaling in Demon Souls, as well as Dark Souls 1, is because the scaling is a multiplier based on the base damage of the weapon. And you can make a joke about base to damage if you like, if you're into that kind of thing. But the damage is going to be low because the base damage is low. So even if you upgrade the scaling, but put some colorless souls, they just never really end up that good. All right, Flamelurker time. Let's get my spice ready and my buffs ready. Fist weapons keep going down. Aw. Vex confirms about Skirver. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. Which buffs last longest? The weapon buffs last pretty long. So weapon buff, Water Veil, Spice, and top it off. And in we go. Now, I I think I mentioned earlier I was doing a Soul Level 1 run of Demon Souls, and I did Flamelurker pretty early, and I actually got him on, I think, my second try, and that was without cheesing him. Like, there are a bunch of different ways to cheese him, a lot of them involving the thief ring, and so watch me do even worse, you know. Oh, speaking of, I want the magical sharpness instead. Oh, I can already tell this is going to be a problem. Okay. That's pretty good damage. Okay, I think my biggest problem was I don't have any intermediate-sized grass in here. Okay. That's one of the big problems, too. If you get caught on the fire trail he leaves, he'll, that does some damage, too. Let's get out of there and top off. I think I need to recast my spells, too. Okay. Enchant weapon. Water veil. Ah. Yeah, the important thing is to not be in the radius of the not being the radius of the big shockwave if you can avoid it. If you can, it's pretty easy to roll through, you know, Dark Souls 2 style. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely should have had like some half moon grass or something in here. Yeah, that's a nice bump in damage he just did. Okay. Yeah. So he always claws after that one. I'm gonna need to remember that. So that heal. Yeah. Running out of the big grass. Yeah, I did it again. I knew he was gonna claw there. That did it, yeah. So I need like half moon grass for that. You know, something, so I didn't... now that means I just wasted all that full moon for nothing. Ah. Oh yeah, Zane meant that they keep getting fewer fist weapons in the other games. Let's see, the fast way from here... I think I'm going to have to go back to... I almost said Majula. Oh no, I've got them, I just wasn't using them. Okay. So, and I'll just de-equip the Crescent Moon for that fight. So Late Moon should do it, and then I should have been mixing in more blasts too, especially once he goes into Phase 2. Which Punchy Fist run are you referring to, Vex? Yes, if I saw one. Yeah, it always sucks getting the Twitch delay too. I know one of my friends keeps having that problem. Like he asked what bitrate I'm streaming at, and it's actually pretty low, like 1650 or so total. Or I think it's around 1700, including the audio. Alright, so taking the shortcut again. A big fall. And then another one. Okay, this time I'm going to go for at least one of the two lizards. Oh, but because I didn't have the thief ring, I didn't get either one. Well, that sucks. But again, you know, the crystal lizards here aren't really that they don't really have anything new. Just a chance of dropping some chunks of hardstone or sharpstone. I think some greystone too, but you know, basically none of the stuff we're using. Okay. And then roll across there. Roll across there. And down we go. There's another lizard in this room, but he's pretty much impossible to get from the upper, basically taking the upper way. Alright. Get ready to zap these guys. Yeah, that would suck if I missed. They can do a lot of damage in close range. They have like some kind of attack where they whip around and it just tear through your HP. Oh, a chunk. All right, cool. Oh, that's the wrong way. Yeah, if I wanted to leave here and go go backwards through the level, that's how you would do it. No, that was right. That's right. You know, it's up the stairs that you use to go backwards. This is where Flamelurker is. All right. And it does seem to be a lot more aggressive on the first part, and then probably back away and start using magic more on the second part. I do wish I had a better weapon than a S-Talk, though. That is my big problem. Okay. And then, yeah, magical sharpness will be good. Alright. So we want that. Water veil. For spice. And drop the crescent. Alright. Got a good start. I don't think I actually had any real souls in there, but I feel like how from a big jumping plunge attack, it doesn't actually do much damage. Oh, what did he hit me with there? Okay, that was unexpected. Just bug him out, he said. Yeah. Yeah, that is an option. If you get him over by the bones on the left side, he'll eventually get caught back there, and can't really do anything about it. But oh, whoa, that guy's pretty fast on the draw. Okay. I think I'm actually going to need a couple crescent moongrass there to survive the falls. So there's one. Down. Ah, down, aren't you? Okay. Hey, Zeus. Alright. One more, and I've only killed one boss yet, so they're not back yet. Another fall damage prevention measure. And then I still wish there was a faster way to do this, though. I mean, it's cool that you can take the shortcut at all, but oh, I think I missed there. No, I didn't. Good. Yeah, needless to say, no matter how high you raise your fall damage, and there is a cat ring in this game too. Actually gives you a cute little cat icon to reduce falling damage. But I don't think there's any way to survive a fall all the way to the top. All right. That's been the safe side. Like, you can run past them. There's always that chance they'll react quickly and hit you. Okay. Alright, so... yeah, just need to be careful with handling and rolling around him. So Crescent, one more to top us off. Okay, cool. Chant, Water Veil, Spice, and Healing ready. Oh yeah, that's part of the problem. I didn't expect that to actually hit me. Yeah, I think this is all the Dark Souls 2 I've been playing. Is my roll timing is off. Okay, so two-handing is not a meaningful increase in damage. Good to know, at least. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, whenever he whiffs one of those attacks, I really should just punish him with the Soul Ray. He's gonna jump, or not. Yeah. Okay. I just need to try to roll through those attacks. It is not working to try to go around them. Okay. A little on grass too. Yeah, did I not call it that I would be... I did perfectly fine on a soul level 1 run, and I just, cannot get in the groove on the fighting him this time. I like Vex's reply. You mean the game actually rolls when you try to? Yeah. Oh, hey, Sway. Yeah, RIP there, and I am running low on grass. Let's see, what do we have? We have Half Moon, we have some Dark Moon. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run back and grab some more from the stockpile, which is really frustrating. I shouldn't be taking that much damage in the first place. So yeah, it is just the timing being off, switching games. So it wouldn't be a problem at all, just dodging away from him and blasting him. But that's not really a fair way of doing things. Get out of the way, maiden.
Hello again.
Okay, take. We need. Oh, I didn't have any grass stored. I'm just out. Okay.
You have.
Yeah, I have crescent, half, late, full. Well, that's not a good place to be.
Hello again.
Well, let's see. Water Veil made basically no difference in the fight, so I'm guessing the bulk of that damage is physical, and the fire is only a small part of it. And
thank you.
And likewise, Soul Arrow is really good, and Enchant Weapon wasn't really helping that much. So let's do warding, and we'll rely on that. And I think I'm just going to try to rush him with as much damage as I can. That also means I'm going to need more damage. And the S-Stock is just not... Yeah, that's a problem. 140 is just... Well, actually, no, that's really not that bad. Yeah, that could be... I think the big problem is that with where my stats are at, I don't really have any other good options. What was the Flamelurker's damage? That was base 120, so that would be doing more at least. I don't know if it'd be enough to matter though. I'll give one more try.
You have a...
Alright. A duping time. That's true, I could just straight up dupe the grass because I could always farm for it. Vex, I am 2 points of strength short for optimal killage usage. I have 12 and it requires 14.